Hey guys, so last night I went and saw finally Deadpool 2. I know I'm late in the game seeing this. I forgot to mention this in my book club review, but I've been kind of busy. To the point I got to the theater to go see Deadpool 2, and the lady at the ticket counter always sees me and goes, "You haven't seen this yet?" Like, yeah, I was like, "Oh, I'm fucking surprised." I'm like, "I was busy." God damn it. I was like, I wanted to go see it, but I just didn't get a chance to go see it yet. Um, I've been looking forward to this, like a lot of people. Maybe not as much as some people, but uh, because I generally liked the first one, really loved the first movie. I thought it was really fucking funny. Being a guy who doesn't read comics and stuff like that, and knowing how hyped up this character was for a long time, I really dug the first movie, with all the hype that I've been given about this character. I thought it lived up to the hype. The movie did. And I was all on board for a sequel. The trailers and the advertisements for this movie has been fucking hilarious, just like the first one. They really just went all out for these fucking the advertisements for these movies, while also not really telling much about the plot, just really the basics. But that's about it, which I really fucking dug. That's something I wish more trailers would do, because more nowadays, trailers just give away everything about the fucking movie and show you pretty much the whole movie, and then it is really, by the time you've seen the trailer, you feel like you've actually just watched the whole fucking movie. And like I said, Deadpool 2, for the most part, didn't really show much of the movie itself. It was just, comedy gags and, stupid shit, dude, that, Deadpool would say and shit like that would be in it. But yeah, like I said, I was looking forward to this movie. And yeah, I generally really, 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 really did like this movie. I had a blast watching this movie. I laughed my ass off. Now, I've heard some people say online and on some reviews that they thought this one was better than the first one. And I kind of disagree with that. While I liked this movie, I thought the first one was still better than this one. This movie's good. It doesn't have to be better than this. The sequel doesn't have to be better than the first one in order to be successful, in order for it to be a good movie. Because guess what? The first one was actually good too. I just found myself laughing more at the first one than I did at this one. This movie still had some really fucking funny parts in it. But like I said, I found the first one just be a lot more funnier. Ryan Reynolds, god damn it, man! I don't think there's ever been more perfect casting for a superhero character, comic book character, than Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. He was born to play this role. The only other casting choice that comes close was fucking Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, which I found funny reading later, just a few days ago. A lot of people really protested Robert Downey Jr. playing that role, and people are fucking idiots, especially the internet. But yeah, fucking Ryan Reynolds is just perfect. He's so charming, and just so smarmy and sarcastic that he just plays his role so fucking well. If this was anybody else, playing this character, I don't think it would work. It would be really hard to find somebody to play this character as well as he has. I noticed movie got the director of the first one left, and because of creative differences, it seems like a fucking thing that just keeps happening nowadays with movies. But they got the director of one of the directors of John Wick, which they do reference at one point, which is pretty funny in the opening credits, where it says directed by the guy who killed John Wick's dog. That was pretty funny. That guy good chuckle out of me for that. And also did Atomic Blonde. And like I said, this is a better than Atomic Blonde. Not as good as John Wick. Still love John Wick, but yeah, Ryan Reynolds just fucking continuously carries this movie, and also he shows some fucking great acting chops in this movie. This movie, like, surprisingly for a movie about a sadistic, sarcastic, mercenary killer, this movie has a lot of fucking heart to it. Holy shit, it does. I heard people telling me, like, before the movie was coming out, I saw some reviews saying they actually started getting emotional towards the end. And honestly, there's a scene in this movie towards the end that was really goddamn good and effective. Like, it was really, really emotionally, a really good scene, like set to one of my favorite songs, "Take on Me." I won't spoil it, but it's really good. Yeah, it's a tug at the heartstrings moment, but it's also followed by some crazy, stupid shit that Deadpool will say later, right after that. It doesn't get too serious, it doesn't take itself way too seriously, but I as far as like Cable goes, I know a lot of people love Josh Brolin in this movie. I thought honestly he was kind of a nothing character. I mean, I guess it's pretty. I mean, he's your stereotypical guy who his family is killed and he wants revenge. That's basically the story. His story. It might be getting the spoilers, but fuck it. And it's like, I've seen this done a million times before, but it is Josh Brolin playing this character. And like, he is like, I do like that they kind of call him out and that he is, as soon as I seen this character, I thought, oh, he's John Connor. His character reminded me of something out of the fucking Terminator, and they call him John Connor at one point. Deadpool does, which I fucking laughed. I was like, okay, at least they called him out on that. And I like the several points in this movie where they just like flat out call like that's just lazy writing, and that made me fucking laugh. Like I said, breaking the fourth wall of humor in this movie still works for the most part. Referencing DC Universe and shit like that was pretty funny. It references the MCU too. Like, it references like it. Well, the hell did fucking when Cable shows up, he has the mechanical arm. He's like, what Deadpool says, he's like, what the hell's up with like this everybody having a mechanical arm? He's like, he even references it as the Winter Soldier arm, which is pretty funny. Like, I'm always laughing about that. Man, the funniest parts of this movie for me, I won't get into too many spoilers. I love the opening credits sequence, which was pretty fucking funny. That was a really damn funny sequence. The opening credits in the first one was really fucking funny. It was probably one of the biggest highlights for the movie for me, because it was unlike anything you'd ever seen before, and like it just set the tone immediately for the movie. This one is basically just a parody of James Bond opening credit sequence set to like Celine Dion, which is fucking hilarious. And it has like the same instead of like the name of the cast and the crew and all that stuff like that, it just has like random phrases that deal with what we just saw on the screen, which was a horrible, tragic thing. I'll talk about it in a second. But it's like, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I love the part where as soon as they banned X-Force, of all their characters, all the group members are assembled, and they're parachuting into the city to try to stop Cable from getting the kid. And all that ends up happening because they are doing this parachuting on a day where there's a lot of high winds, and what ends up happening is like the worst thing that could ever fucking happen in this situation, and it's fucking hilarious. That had the biggest laugh out of me for that whole movie. Probably was that whole sequence is when they're parachuting out of the plane, and what happens after as they're trying to land on the ground. I won't get into spoilers, but it's hilarious. This movie also has one of the best opening credit sequences, or not the opening credits, end credit sequences I've seen in any fucking comic book movie, even MCU. This is probably the best end credits scenes I've seen. Like I said, even including MCU, because they were genuinely fucking funny. I recommend you stay and watch the mid-credit scenes because it's so fucking worth it. I laughed my ass off. It's I don't even want to spoil it because you want to look it up. It's online, but it opened up a lot of possibilities of where they could go. To which also I was hoping there would be like a cameo for numerous parts of this movie. There was instances where they could have done a cameo of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I thought they would maybe pull off a surprise cameo, but no, he's not in this. I was like, man, they could have just walked on screen for like a couple seconds. It would have worked. I mean, there is kind of... I don't even want to get into spoilers, but... hell, there's at one point, there's like this... They're in a security... Deadpool's in a prison, and they keep talking about this person that's in maximum security. It's basically a prison for mutants, and somebody's in maximum security, somebody really dangerous, and you're like, okay, maybe it's Wolverine. They won't tell you who it is. Like, I stayed away from spoilers. I'll spoil it here for... anybody who, if you don't want to know, click off this video. Okay, if you're still here, it was Juggernaut, and I'm like, which one kind of disappointed me because it was still not Vinny. It was not Vinny Jones. He didn't go, "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." I mean, that's a horrible Vinny Jones impersonation. I know everybody hates Vinny Jones, but I still want to feel like, that would have been fucking funny. But this is like an R-rated version of like, it's a big giant CGI version of Juggernaut, which is that who the character was in the comics? Yeah. I don't know, but they point out how awesome a fucking character Deadpool's marking out for Juggernaut because he thinks he's the most awesome X-Men and shit like that. Yeah, I was like, but I was like, man, that could have been a missed opportunity. I was like, oh man, sucks that Hugh Jackman just hell bent on not doing that character in Wolverine anymore. That would have been so funny. Maybe they keep trying to throw. I guarantee they're probably trying to throw money at him, but he's still saying no. Man, like I said, for me, like I said, a lot of my problem with this movie, there wasn't really much. There wasn't really anything I hated about this movie whatsoever. Like I said, I just found it not as funny as the first one. I thought there was a lot of missed opportunities for jokes that they just didn't go for. Because one in particular, this is going to get into spoilers, but this happens in the first 15 minutes. Deadpool's girlfriend Vanessa dies in the first 15 minutes of this movie, and that pretty much sets off the whole story of the movie. It's the event that sets off the story of the movie. And I thought throughout the whole movie, like, this is a perfect opportunity since this is a movie that makes fun of there is basically always breaking the fourth wall, to kind of make fun of that cliche of, I guess people call woman in the box syndrome or something like that, where female protagonist dies, love interest protagonist dies, and it sets off the events in the movie or whatever. And I didn't know about the term, which apparently neither did the fucking screenwriters, but apparently they've never seen a fucking action movie ever in their life, because that's like a fucking story arc that always happens. I thought that could have been like that they could have made fun of. Like Deadpool go, really, this is what we're going for, or something like that. But I understood why they go with it. Also, man, they missed the opportunity to just continuously make Thanos jokes. I can't be the only one who's like, man, they could have just continuously made Thanos jokes. Like, damn, man. I mean, they make one reference here in the movie, and like it's probably the reference that I think is in the trailer. That's about it. Like I said, they knew Josh Brolin was fucking casted as Cable or Thanos probably long before he was casted as Cable. So I mean, I don't know why they just like try to make more jokes. I mean, it would fit in this kind of movie. Like I said, yeah. That's like the two examples I can think of off the top of my head that were kind of missed opportunities. I don't know. Like I said, I really recommend this movie. I still highly recommend this movie. It was a lot of fun. I still had a lot of fun. Just because I didn't like it as much as I thought the first one was better doesn't mean didn't like this movie at all. Trust me, I did. I had a lot of black. It's probably the best comedy I've seen in a fucking long time. Maybe the best of the year. Game Night was pretty good too, but god damn, it's a lot better than fucking Life of the Party, and hell, a lot better than fucking Super Troopers too. Yeah, I highly recommend this movie. I thought it was funny as hell. I look forward to whenever they do another one, and with how the end credits scenes ended out, they could go with different possibilities with it. So I'm kind of interested. So. Yeah, go see it if you haven't seen it already. I know a lot of people have. Damn it. Hell. I got a lot of new trailers in front of this. Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm just going to say this. I am a big Queen fan and a big Freddie Mercury fan. So you bet your ass I am looking forward to this movie a lot. I almost, like, when this trailer popped up online, I almost fucking forgot this movie was still being made, or was actually. I thought like production had completely halted on it because they fired Bryan Singer, like they did with like the Phil Lord and Chris Miller solo, the Han Solo movie, like pretty much like right before the finishing of the movie, the production of the movie. So I don't know how the film's going to turn out. It's going to be interesting. But the teaser trailer just fucking gave me goosebumps every time I see it. Like just hearing Freddie Mercury's voice, like on a fucking surround sounds amazing. Like Rami Malek does not look anything like fucking Freddie Mercury, but you know, I mean, this movie's had a production history of hell. I mean, from being Sacha Baron Cohen's like passion project to given to Bryan Singer and Rami Malek. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, to firing Bryan Singer. So it's going to be interesting how this film ends up being. Like I said, I really hope it's really fucking good, because goddamn, does that, like, if there's anybody who deserves a fucking, you can make an interesting movie about, it's fucking Freddie Mercury. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The Predator, I'm looking forward to this too. Damn, what the hell? The Predator, the new Predator movie. I've always been a big fan of the Predator movies. Even the recent one that came out about 10 years ago, with Adrian Brody, I thought was pretty fun. This one where it's just the Predators end up being landing back on Earth, which makes me kind of like, all right, cool. Predators killing a bunch of people on Earth. I'm all for that. It's unfortunately because of some fucking kid who just decides to play with some toy, like alien-looking toy, that these fucking predators end up fucking coming to Earth. Thank you, kid. You fucking dick. It's like, what a dick. I don't know how he got that fucking like that. I don't know how he got that toy from the Predator weaponry. I don't know. I still don't know. But anyways, yeah, it looks good. It's also directed by Shane Black, the guy who made Iron Man 3 and Nice Guys and stuff. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's surprising it doesn't star fucking Robert Downey Jr. Maybe I'll make a cameo. Teen Titans go to the movies. New trailer for this one. It's more the plot of the movie, which is about how Robin wants a movie made about him. He's depressed. Nobody wants to make a movie about him because he's fucking Robin. That might be why. Fuck it. I hate the character of Robin so much. Yeah. It looks... I never saw the show because I'm 30, almost 30 years old. Why would I watch Teen Titans? I've heard mixed things about it, and trailers don't look that promising about this movie. The only thing I did laugh about was like that Deathstroke is the villain, and he's mad because everybody keeps calling him Deadpool. Yeah, that's about it. And then I got the new trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah. I liked the first Ant-Man, and this one looks just as good, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. I'm interested in how this storyline, what the effects of Infinity War are gonna, or what happened in Infinity War, how that's gonna affect what happens in this movie. So that's gonna be interesting. That's the most intriguing part about this movie, is how Infinity War affects this movie completely. So, and does this movie take place during that time, or before that time, or after that time? I'm assuming before, during. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So that's as far as trailers and Deadpool 2 go. I wasn't going to see Solo: A Star Wars Story tonight at a pre-screening, but I think I'm going to pass. I will see it later this week, sometime this weekend. But until then, I'll talk to you guys